Human Race Radio. From the studios of KMSU-FM on the campus of Minnesota State University, Mankato. Made possible through the support of the YWCA of Mankato, eliminating racism, empowering women. The purpose of the program is to explore our differences, our similarities, and hopefully get to a place of greater understanding.
Well, we're delighted to welcome two of the folks who are running the show at the YWCA. First and foremost, the executive director, Barb Dorn, is here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
And, Sherry Sander Silva. Mm-hmm. I got that right this time.
You did.
Yeah. Sherry's here as well, and Sherry's a kind of a regular drop-in guest on this program as well. So thanks for coming, both of you. We're going to start with you, Barb, because I think it'd be good. We often hear of the mission of the YWCA, empowering women, eliminating racism. Those are two really big topics. And so the bird's eye view from the executive director of sort of how everything operates with the YW and how you sort of vision going forward with this as the relatively new executive director.
Mm-hmm. Time flies. I tell you, I started in January, so I've been here almost 5 months now.
Yeah.
And from day one, have been so incredibly impressed with this organization. The mission, of course, is very, very powerful and speaks to an awful lot of people. The commitment of the staff, the dedication of the board, the volunteers we have are phenomenal. It's just been a tremendous time for me to get started with this organization. And as I see it, we really focus on three primary mission areas. We help women develop their leadership skills. And a lot of folks are familiar with our leadership program and our leadership conference, those sorts of things for women, professionally and personally becoming leaders. We also have sort of a mission bucket that works with immigrant and refugee families, and that program is the Walking in Two Worlds program. Mm-hmm. So that helps those families become acclimated and connected with resources here, as well as with the Ready to Learn program to assist their children get ready for kindergarten, to know what to expect culturally with education here in the States. And then our third mission area is girls empowerment, which Sherry is the director of, and people are very familiar, I'm sure, with Girls on the Run, mm-hmm. and Girls Empowerment Day, and just working with girls of that age to help them become as good as they possibly can, being comfortable with their strengths and understanding what their role is in the world. Mm-hmm. So those are the three mission areas we focus on, and we're doing more and more every day, it seems, in those three areas, and really excited, and I'm honored to be a part of that.
All really fantastic, positive things in the community. So,
very much so.
Hats off to the work that you folks do. And you're correct that it's just a really terrific staff too. You came into an organization that's very well staffed, and Sherry, you're a good example of that. And I noticed in the most recent edition of the Mankato magazine, there's some great photos of the 5K that was done.
Yes, we finally lucked out and had nice weather for our spring 5K, which was just awesome for the girls themselves. And this year we did reach over the 700 mark for attendees, which again just speaks to the community support we're seeing for the programming that we're providing. So that was awesome.
Now, the Girls on the Run program, as listeners who have followed this program know, has grown tremendously from its humble but really important beginnings, and now it's growing even more. Tell us about some of the new things that you're going to start tackling.
Yes, most definitely. Well, this coming year, we potentially could reach already 14 sites, and we've slowly expanded to reach some of the rural communities surrounding Mankato, which I think has been really exciting for us at the YW, providing opportunities for girls in those areas where there aren't quite as many opportunities already. So that's been really fantastic. And we are also just recently trained in a new curriculum for adolescent girls, which we will be piloting in August, and that is the Girls Inc. programming. Has a very similar mission to what we do with Girls on the Run and building leadership and capacity in girls. And there's also a very strong community action piece, which really puts the power back in the girls' hands to be involved and connected to their community and making a lasting difference. And so I'm really excited about that, and we hope to see that continue and grow as well.
So they'll be doing some community service kinds of things then?
There's a difference. We're really talking about that in a different way. Right now in Girls on the Run, there is a strong focus on that community service piece, and it's great for those young girls. They really do really gain some powerful experiences through that. But with this Girls Inc. curriculum and working with older girls and 14 through 18, age group, we're hoping to give them, I think, more tools to make a larger difference, a lasting impact on their community. And so we're phrasing that as community action and building that connection. And so thinking about not only what needs they see within their community, but how they can approach that in a way that really creates something that will make that larger impact.
So impactful. That's great.
Impactful, yes.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to switch back to you, Barb, because I understand that you are taking on the leadership program, the Elizabeth Carney leadership program,
Correct.
which is that's a big job.
It's a big job, and it's an exciting one. The foundation for the program that's been laid the last 6 years is just terrific. We've had over 120 women graduate from the leadership program, and every year we're learning more and more about what women need to discuss, what they need, what resources they might need. And so the curriculum touches on things like balance and redefining power, leadership reflection, managing money, leadership versus management, all those sorts of things. And the people that come out of it tell us it has been life-changing for them. So I'm very excited for the opportunity to work on the leadership program for the YW.
You know, and I think that there is still a culture that's out there and in our midst that is pretty male focused at the top echelon of leadership in many organizations, and I think it's an ongoing struggle to try and continue to sort of bring women up into those highest level of leadership in organizations.
I think there will come a day where it will not be unusual to have an equal number of men and women in some of those top positions in the public and private sector. We're not there yet, though.
No.
And that's not to take anything away from the gentlemen that are in those positions of power, because they've earned it. They've
absolutely.
worked hard. They've done a tremendous job building their networks. They lead those organizations. And we're trying to help women vault themselves into those same sorts of positions. Mm-hmm. And it often is not easy. And we do have some extremely capable women leaders in the Mankato community already, and they're being very collaborative and assisting other women to move up the ladder as well. So we're really fortunate in this community to have a good balance, not only of current men and female leaders, but also people who are willing of both genders to help sort of even the stakes out a little bit at that level.
Indeed. And then working with the immigrant populations and the Walking in Two Worlds program, this really goes to the eliminating racism sort of overarching thing, because let's face it, these are people who, really up until not that many years ago, Mankato was a wonder-bred community, pretty white. Mm-hmm. And so these folks are coming into a very strange world compared to where they came from.
It's very, very different for them. Mm-hmm. And there are a number of organizations in Mankato that are assisting that population, both refugees and immigrants, and we all work very closely together to ensure that those folks have the resources that they need, because the landscape is changing, and there is nothing that people can really do about it except try to help and make sure that people understand what it is about the culture in here, in this community, that might be different from where they came. There's so many things in a strange country that you don't understand. Mm-hmm. And if someone reaches out to assist you and provide information, and particularly in our case with Ready to Learn, working with the children to help prepare them for kindergarten, what a wonderful thing that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to say that to me speaks to really the growth in the families that are here, so that they can be successful in our communities, and you got to get to those little kids.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that's great that there's that kindergarten readiness program going on. Well, all of these things are wonderful, but it all takes money.
It does.
Yes.
To operate, even if you are a nonprofit, you still have to have money, right? So. You guys have an event coming up at on June 20th at Chankaska Creek Ranch and Winery. This is not the first year of this. Is this the second? Or
This is our second annual.
Year. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the Pigs and Pinot with a purpose. Mm-hmm. So tying in with, here in southern Minnesota, if you don't know about pork, you've probably been in a coma or something, because, it's pretty prevalent. So, and then, of course, Chankaska Creek Ranch and Winery, a lovely location for that, out near Kasota there. The former country pub, if you go back that far, but it doesn't look anything like the old country pub. It's beautiful.
No.
And so that's coming up on the 20th. That's a Thursday from 5:30 till 9 p.m. Tell us about this, because if people haven't been to this event, they might want to learn a little something about that.
Oh, most definitely. Well, we're very excited about this event, and as you mentioned in your introduction, this is a fundraiser for all of the work that we do at the YW. So that's what I really love about this, is you can come and have a fun evening out, but you're supporting all of the important work and programming of the YWCA. And we do try to make it a really relaxing evening. I would say it's very different from a lot of fundraisers that I've been to personally, but we have a pork dinner, of course, local wine, Chankaska wine available, and a couple great groups coming to perform also. So there's live music along with other activities that we'll have going on throughout the evening that fit within our Pigs and Pinot theme. But we do have a local group opening up the evening, the Real Easy Questet. Have you heard them at all?
Well, I know that the young man playing the drums would be Billy Steiner's son.
Yes,
Dylan.
that's correct. Yes. And they're just really fun. It's kind of a jazzy, bluesy feel.
Yep.
And then headlining later on that evening, we have a Minneapolis band, Farewell Milwaukee, which is also just very fun, upbeat, kind of folky music. And I'm personally really excited to see them live. So,
good deal.
Yeah. And we will have, again, we've secured some local celebrities to serve as our Kiss the Pig contestants, which was a blast last year.
Now, to me, this would be the highlight. I mean, really.
Yeah. So we have our little baby pig that will be there, and somebody will be kissing our baby pig by the end of the evening.
And the way that works is you vote with dollars? Is that how that works?
Yes,
okay,
it's a really fun fundraiser for us. So anybody in attendance can vote for whoever they would like to see see Kiss the Pig. And we do have one of our celebrities here today.
I was nominated.
Were you really, Barb?
I get to be one of the pig kissers this year.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
I'm really hoping I win, which I don't know if win means I raise the most money and get to kiss the pig, or if it win means that I don't raise enough money and I don't have to kiss the pig, because it's on the snout. You can't just kiss the back of the pig.
It's right on the lips.
It's the snout kiss. So
right on the old
it should be a
snout.
lot of fun. It's extremely creative. People have a great time with it. And I've not been to the Pigs and Pinot yet. I was out of town last year. So this year, getting to be there and getting to be potentially one of the kissers of the pig is something I'm really excited about.
Well, good. Do we divulge who else is doing this, or is this something that people will learn when they get there?
Oh, I think we'll be actually announcing it in a YWCA e-news coming out next week, shortly after this airs. So keep your eyes peeled.
There you go. Well, if people want to subscribe to your e-news, I presume they can just go online.
They can. MankatoYWCA.org. You can sign up to receive our e-newsletters and see more information about our programming and events as well.
Yeah, and you. This is a fundraiser on June 20th. Again, it's at Chankaska Creek Ranch and Winery, 5:30 till 9 p.m. It's called Pigs and Pinot with a Purpose. Fundraiser for the YWCA and all the great programs that they do. But there are other fundraisers that you guys do throughout the year as well.
Do you want to talk about the Leadership Conference, Barb? Or?
Sure. We have a Women's Leadership Conference coming up in November 6th and 7th. Last year was the first year for that event as well, and that's going to be just terrific this year. We have a number of speakers lined up, both within the Midwest region as well as locally. It's going to be a very powerful couple of days. You'll find information on that also on our website. There's a registration fee to attend the conference, and so that's on there as well. And then do you want to touch on Women of Distinction that we held in March?
Most definitely. We have our 4 key events now that we do hold throughout the year, and although they are fundraisers for the YW, they really provide meaningful experiences too, so they're all very different. And starting in March next year, 2014, we will host our annual Women of Distinction event, and following that in April, we always have our Spring Girls on the Run 5K event. Pigs and Pinot in June, and then our Women's Leadership Conference in November.
That is a lot to tackle.
Yes, it is.
It's a lot for a small staff,
Yeah.
and yet we're supported by so many volunteers. And we truly want to give a shout out to everybody that helps us, not just with the events, but also with the programs. We have people working on just about every aspect of the YWCA.
Now, I presume that's great, and I presume you have a board of directors. Is it an active board where they sort of roll up their sleeves and get involved in stuff too?
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so. We're very fortunate to have an extremely dedicated and very talented board of directors.
Yeah.
And they dive in, they help with events, they help with the fundraising. We're just really appreciative not only of their wisdom, but also of the time and expertise that they give us.
Absolutely. Well, again, if you want to help out with your own financial resources, you can attend the Pigs and Pinot with a Purpose on Thursday, June 20th at Chankaska Creek Ranch and Winery. Does this require do people need to let you know they're coming?
Oh, most definitely. We are selling tickets. They're currently available for sale on our website, MankatoYWCA.org, and it's $65 a ticket, or you can reserve a private table of 8 for $700. And both of those options are available on the website.
Cool.
And the deadline to purchase tickets on the website is
June 14th.
June
Yes.
14th.
And we will have a select number available for purchase at the door for a higher fee.
Okay, so you're better off going in
Yes.
early.
Get them in advance.
Yes.
There you go.
Absolutely.
All right.
You know, we have another deadline, too, if I could just mention, Gully, on the website. If people go to the Women's Leadership tab, we are accepting applications or nominations for our 2013-14 leadership cohort. So on there, you'll find the application form, and the deadline will be June 30th for anyone who is interested in participating in our upcoming year for the leadership program.
Okay, and the application process, it's all online. I presume you need to sort of give your rationale for attending, why you want to be part of this?
Correct, yes. There's some criteria on the application form that they'll find. We also ask for 3 letters of reference, and we have a selection committee that will take a look at all of the applications for us over the summer, and by the end of July, we'll be nominating up to 25 women that they'll be a part of the program next year.
Excellent. Well, I want to thank you both for coming today and sharing with us about the YWCA, its mission and its work, and how it's funded and all the rest of that. I really appreciate you stopping by today.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you.
Barb Dorn, the executive director of the Mankato YWCA, as well as Sherry Sander Silva, who oversees all the Kids on the Run programs for the YWCA. And this has been Human Race Radio, a regular monthly feature here on 89.7 The Maverick.
The program is made possible through the support of the YWCA of Mankato, eliminating racism, empowering women. Human Race Radio is a production of KMSU-FM on the campus of Minnesota State University Mankato, a proud member of Independent Public Radio.
Thanks for tuning in.